Good morning, everybody. Happy New Year's Eve. Happy new moon in Capricorn. We have a new moon in Capricorn energy still right by our sides today, which is a perfect time to set intentions, to plant seeds of growth, to go in, to receive from spirit. And that's exactly why we're doing this today. If any of you have not caught the 2025 with Soul, setting your word, mantra, and song of the year, which is on my YouTube channel, check that out because, as you know, I am not somebody who likes to do card spreads for the entire year, month by month, somebody who likes to set goals for the year. That's not how I operate. I like to have a lot of space for flow. And so what we're going to be receiving today when I pull these cards for you guys is really what spirit desires for you to receive at this time to integrate. And during transitions, when we're transitioning from the end of one year to another, which at the end of the day, you can say is not really a big deal, right? Because it's just another day, right? But a lot of people do honor this as a transitional time. And I believe we're in a transitional time just energetically with this new moon in Capricorn, but also the year 2025 from a numerology perspective, from an astrological perspective, is very, very opening, very, very powerful, and really new paradigm, new pathway type energy. So it's very important for me to follow what the energy is saying, not necessarily the time of year. And what the energy is saying is, you know, this is really prime time. This is prime time for you to not just be in the presence of your deepest essence and receive guidance from that, but also to be in this space of open vision, right? Where am I being led? Like curious. Ooh, this is going to be like an exploration, right? And that's what I want you to bring to this live today is an open heart and a receptive, relaxed body so that whatever is meant to come through for your soul is going to be received with a softness, not with a skepticism, but with a, okay, let me just let this sit, right? Let me just be and receive and know that even if it doesn't make sense in my mind, there is an energetic fractal or chord or essence within this that desires to reach me, that desires to grow within me, settle within my field. And its conscious understanding will come into form over time. Okay. And some of you are just going to hit you like that. So let me check the chat here and say good morning to everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so this morning we're going to be doing our readings a little bit differently than we typically do when I do Akashic readings and healings. With Akashic readings and healings, we ask questions. And today what we're going to do is I'm just going to pull cards for whichever of you the Akash chooses at the time. Okay, I'm going to let the Akash entirely lead this process today, and they're going to guide us as to who I'm pulling cards for and when. So the more active you are in the chat, the greater possibility you have for me to see your name, tune into your energy, and have the Akash decide, okay, this is who's next. And so I'm going to pull a card, and really the card is not for fixation on the message that's been written in the guidebook, although sometimes I'll connect to the guidebook, but for the most part, this is going to be intuitively led. And the card is simply a gateway, a catalyst to bring forward the energy that is coming through the Akash to speak to you, okay? It's a little bit of a vehicle, the cards. All right, so you're very welcome. I'm so grateful to have you guys here. Hi, hi, hi. I'm so, so happy. I love this community. It's so beautiful. And let's get started. All right, I'm gonna grab a sip of water here. If there's anybody you know that would like to join this, share the link with them. If they need a little extra love today, this is a place to be held, to be loved, and to be seen and received. So just sink into that space. Let's take a nice deep breath together. Allowing your shoulders to fall back and down. Your heart to open, to soften. Take another deep breath in all the way to the top of the head. And allow this ripple of an exhale to just relax the body even further. Just sending a little bit of Reiki this morning. Calling the energy of the Akash in through the crown, allowing it to anchor deeply into the base of our spine. And with each breath, to expand outward into the body, down the legs, into each chakra center, extending throughout the heart space, the upper heart, down the arms, up through the throat and the head, expanding into the aura. And with this next breath, the Akashic records will officially be open. And for those of you who desire a longer process to enter into the Akashic records, I'll share the link here in case you've never been with me before. If you're new, please say hello. And you can open the Akashic records here and really use it anytime you want. Anytime you want. A lot of people come back to this video over and over again just to allow it to take them into the records. The actual opening minutes, you'll see that in the description of the video. If you don't want me to go through a little spiel about what the Akashic records are and why they're so fabulous and life-changing, you can just go right to the ritual. Or you can listen to the whole thing, whatever makes you happy. Hi, Deep. It's nice to meet you. Thanks for being here. Okay. So I'm going to start with, I have 2 decks this morning, and I'm going to bounce back and forth between them as I am guided by the Akash. We have the Talisman Oracle by Nora Pascaleva. And I will tell you, friends, this has become a pillar. I really love this deck a lot. And it's because it has a lot of sacred geometry on it, a lot of very rich imagery, in addition to just very potent messages. There's a very powerful energy within this deck. So I'm going to be pulling from this deck, and I'm also going to be pulling from the Prism Oracle. For any of you who have worked with me closely and come on one of my retreats, you know that this sucker packs a serious punch. So if you're ready for a serious punch, the Akash will deliver through that one. Better than Prism, Maria. Don't ask me difficult questions on this New Year's Eve day. Oh, better than Prism. I would not say that I can compare the two. They're very, very different. I will have to say, does anybody like the smell of like a fresh deck? This is not a fresh deck, and it still smells very fresh. It smells like Scotch tape. I love the smell of Scotch tape. Anyway, no, I think this one to me feels a little bit softer than Prism does. The Talisman feels a little softer than Prism. And with Talisman, I can pull one, whereas in Prism, I do prefer a spread. So they're very different vibes. If I really am like stuck in a situation and feel like I need like really bold guidance, I'm going to go with Prism because it's always going to shoot me straight. So is Talisman, but it's got more energy in it. There's like, I feel like there's energetic activations that get infused through Talisman. Even if I don't consciously understand it all the time. Whereas with Prism, of course, there's energy, but there's more conscious understanding with Prism. So there's my analysis. There's my analysis this morning. New deck feels like getting to know a new friend. I know. I have a new one from Christmas, 2 of them actually. Okay. So I'm going to start with just shuffling Talisman. And then I'm just going to let the Akash choose who's coming through. So as you're receiving today, know that any messages that come through, whether the card's for you or not, if it feels relevant to you, it is also for you. So don't get caught up on, I don't have to listen to this one. If you are present in this live, your soul has contracted to be in the presence of the other people who are also here at this time, which means that any messages or energies that are coming through are also meant to anoint your field and open something within you, even if it's of service to other people. Okay. All right. This is for Nina. All right, Nina, let's see what you're getting this morning. All right, Nino, you got creativity from Talisman. I'm feeling into this. When I connect to your energy, I really want you to focus on this symbol at the top and allowing this symbol at the top to kind of draw you downward. Because what I'm feeling is it's almost like this is the womb space. This is the womb space. So it's almost like this card is upside down for you. So this is your womb space, and there's so much energy that's been generated within your womb space, and it's rippling outward and it's creating this sacred geometrical effect. It's creating its own energetic frequency. And as that expands outward, it's like this field of your womb has expanded so much, and that's fueling everything all the way up here to the opening of your third eye and your crown. So let me breathe into this for a moment. Oh, I love this for you. Okay, what's coming forward here? This is actually a beetle, but what they're actually saying here is that's just symbolic, right? They're really wanting you to envision this as a spider at your throat space. And they're saying they want you to envision this as a spider at your throat space because there's been times in your journey that you have felt like you haven't been able to speak up, or you haven't been able to use your words or speak your truth, or really have that clear discernment of what your truth is and sharing it with other people, whether that's through your throat or not, right? Through your voice or not, I should say. And so what they're saying is that this spider is always weaving. And so when you feel that discomfort in your throat space, they don't want you to feel like, oh, I have to clear my throat, or I need to do work on this, or I need to heal this. Actually, what that is a lot of activity, a lot of creation energy that's existing within the throat space that's actually now pulling up from the womb. Like your womb is complete in terms of its creation. Now it's just cultivation and channeling it and focusing it, right? And so it's like, let this spider like create this web that's kind of dropping down that stream of silk all the way down into the womb space and drawing this energy upward and kind of doing that work for you and creating this beautiful web that extends all the way up the face, through the third eye, all the way through the crown, because you are one with unity consciousness. And to really envision this web and be in relationship with this web and allow the creativity of this web to just be witnessed by you so that you can be in awe of it. Rather than feeling like creativity has to be effortful for you. The work is already being done. And that when you relax the throat through your breath, particularly, but also through massage and leaning backwards, like picturing like having your head be held, right? Having your head be held and almost stretched up a little bit and just really resting backwards and sinking into letting the creation do its thing. So that's what's coming forward for this card for you, Nino. And thank you for being here and receiving that. I know, isn't it hot, Jenna? You're welcome. Good morning, Carol. Thanks for being here. I know, Nanette. Isn't that fun? This is why I don't like to look at the deck as much as possible. Ooh, deep and Akashic reading gifts, Jenny. Send me a message at emergehealingandwellness@gmail.com. We can talk about it. That's my favorite thing in the world. Because your gifts are already there, right? It's just about being in presence with them a little bit more. I'm sure there's a creation story with a spider, for sure. Hey, Nicole. You're welcome. Okay. I've been shuffling this one a lot. Okay. Let me take a nice sip here. This one is for Sherry Hahn. You ready, Sherry? I just saw your spider and spider web. Thank you. They're celebrating your creative emojis by giving you a reading. All right, Sherry. Woo! Learn the truth. Getting chills on this one. Learn the truth. When you look at this card, what does it feel like to you, Sherry? Okay, I'm getting something, but I want to see what it feels like to you first. Nicole, I'm just pulling as wise. Yep. I knew you were going to say that. I'm letting the Akash decide. So like the more you hang out here in the chat, and I feel into your energy and receive, the Akash is just making decisions this morning. I'm letting go and letting God today. Yeah. So this is what's interesting about this. Learning the truth. The first thing they said was, you don't have to learn anything. You see this little eye down here? This is what I'm feeling from this card. I'm feeling this pressure, right? Pressure of wisdom, pressure of the owl on the third eye. So the reason they're saying you don't have to learn anything is because everything that you need to learn is in your field already. Okay. It's already in your field. You've already claimed and received and absorbed everything you need to within your auric field. So now what they're saying is this is feeling like a pressure up here from the crown, kind of sitting on the third eye. And this can come forward physically through headaches, through eye strain, through any kind of vision changes, any kind of even sinus pressure that can come through for you as well. Any pressure in the teeth, jaw tightness. Okay, so anything kind of streaming down the face, even ear ringing or pressure in the ears. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Jenny, I love that. I love that you're tuned into that. See, you're already deepening your gifts. Look at that. So glad you're here. What they're saying is you are really being invited to open your channel, like really open your channel. There's some very, very powerful, big, intense frequency beings. And when I say intense, that doesn't mean intense in the way that we feel it. It just means high frequency. It just means high potency beings. Okay. And what they really want to bring in for you is that there's nothing you need to learn about your own truth. It's that they are bringing in higher truth that exists within the universe as the universe continues to expand. So as the universe has expanded into more and more dimensional areas, right? More and more dimensions, you are being invited to receive some of those newer, higher dimensional energies. Okay. Yep. It is. It's needed. And you're going to feel kind of weighed down a little bit or a little heavier if you don't really open this up and listen, because they're very eager for you to, you're going to feel so much lighter when you really widen that channel and say, oh, okay, like now I'm here to welcome in the channeling of whether it is the seraphim angels, Christ consciousness, higher level ascended masters, Archangel Metatron is here for sure for you. Even Jesus Christ, right? Like just bringing in not just, oh, okay, I'm bringing in a little bit of information from them, but I am bringing them into my being. Like I'm allowing them come into embodiment within me and feeling what that feels like to channel a being in that way. Okay. So that's what's coming forward for you. And if you have any, yeah, see, that's exactly what that is. I was feeling headachy for you. Yeah. If you need any support on that, let me know, because we can do that in Akashic immersion if you want support through that for channeling higher dimensional beings and opening up to more expansion. Okay, so sinus infection and so much pressure, Deborah. Just gonna breathe into that for you. Send you a little Reiki. Anybody who here who is a healer, send some of that to Deborah Clark, please. Seeing the truth within the dark is what I keep seeing. Love this. So much ear and sinus stuff lately. Sunny moon, I'm feeling this kind of coming out the ears for you, kind of expanding outwards, seeing more wider perspective, breadth of perspective, which is just an elevation in consciousness. Spending more time in a higher consciousness space is not necessarily doing anything there, but just attuning to the frequency is what I'm feeling for you. Hi, Sarah. Thanks for being here. Okay. This is going to be I'm going to do this one from Talisman, and then I'm feeling Prism for the next person. So, okay. All right. So I'm going to bring this in for deep. Okay. All right. Gurkharan, your name is Deep, right? I got that correct. I remember that correctly, hopefully. If not, I feel your energy and you get this anyway. All right. Maria, I thought about this when I put this on this morning. I was like, if Maria's here, she's going to love this. I got it at Earthbound, earthbound.com. I think it is. I don't know, but Earthbound. Okay, cool. Yay. Thank you so much, community, for sending energy to Deborah. Deep, I'm just sending you some Reiki first. Just going to open your channel, open your field a little bit. Oh, you got union. Look at that yin yang at the top, Deep. Ooh. What does this feel like to you, my friend? Hmm. This is feeling like a balancing of the masculine, feminine energies within you. I'm just going to keep, you were asking for this. Beautiful. I feel this. Okay. Wholeness. Ooh, I love that, Jenna. That's kind of what I was feeling, right? It's like this, I'm feeling this spiral of energy coming down. Beautiful. Deborah, receive this too, because this is going to open all you guys who have sinus pressure. It's going to push it out your ears. Okay. As we receive this, this spiral of quantum energy coming down through the crown, it's almost like you can picture it almost like this tornado, right? But not in a destructive way, in a gentle, cleansing, opening, light, refreshing way. Okay. Allowing this to come down, and it's kind of pushing any of that stagnant energy out to the sides. Okay. Even out the face, you may find that you start to tear. You may find that you start to cough. You may find that your nose starts to run. I find this when I have a headache, that it just kind of starts to lift up through the head, from like here up through the head, up through the crown. And I breathe it up that way. Yes, Missy. Connection to the source within. Beautiful. Feeling my energy. I love that. Be present with yourself, because that's exactly what this is, right? This is about being present with yourself and allowing this quantum energy to come down into like a cleansing, a pushing out of all of this interference, this kind of gunk that's like built up in the field that happens when we're in human form, correct? This spiral goes all the way down into your root space and kind of anchors there. And then it kind of turns into this string that just goes all the way up and connects to, they're showing me your Merkaba. I don't know if you've ever connected to the Merkaba deep, but it's really it's a light vehicle. It's close to your light body. But the Merkaba is in my opinion, one of the number one ways to balance the masculine and feminine energy and come into wholeness, to activate the Merkaba, activate the light body. So you can look up, Jenna, can you type Merkaba in the chat so that he can know how to spell that if he doesn't already, so you can look that up. But anyway, so when you get up to that point, it's connecting just above your soul star chakra, actually. Thank you so much. And it's creating this like star effect where it's opening these rays of light and energy all the way around the top of your head and extending down around your body. And this is a really big activation for you, Deep. Just breathing through it. And as you breathe into this, what you're doing is you're calling this unity, this union into your embodiment, into your presence with yourself. And you're feeling that union within yourself, all aspects, all fractals of you coming together into your center. And you're allowing this to not necessarily just follow this line up and down your energy centers, up and down the spine, but to really encompass your entire field, where you're becoming one with the universe itself. And as you do this and you allow this resonance to attune your field. Hold on, they're bringing something through. The magnetism is what comes up, right? Like you're going to be very magnetic, and you're going to be bringing in all of these people, human beings, communities, groups of people into your field that you're going to have very, very sharp discernment on, right? Like it's kind of like you're going to be very clear. Ooh, this is yes. This feels so good. Let's move forward. Like what feels really expansive, really in alignment with you, and what feels like they are meant to just receive your blessings and some attunement from your own resonance, and then move on. That's where I want to leave this. That was a beautiful. What's that stone, Missy? Lodestone? Is that how you pronounce it? I always love learning about new crystals. Whew, how does that feel, Deep? It's just energetically, that's big. You're not necessarily going to get that. They're saying you're not necessarily going to get this fully from a conscious understanding perspective right now. And that's okay. Yeah, there's just a lot of energy. Thank you. Thank you. I'm like feeling a little shaky. Can you see my hands shaking? I'm feeling a little shaky with this energy coming. It's a very big activation for you. This Merkaba is still intact above you. We're all benefiting from it. So thank you for being here, because we're all receiving from this. Okay. I'm just going to ground this for a second. Thank you so much, Sherry. Oh, see, you guys learn something new every day when we come into community. Magnetite. This is hot. I got to look up crystals now. You guys are going to make me buy more shit after this live. This is not healthy. Okay. Putting this aside, moving over to Prism. All right. Oh, guys, this is so yummy. I love all the lodestone activity over here. Oh, Prism's a little sticky this morning, dudes. Good luck. Good luck to whoever receives a Prism spread. Oh, okay. Hi, Lindsay. Good morning, honey. How are you? The Akash is pulling this morning. We're doing Judy Huffman. That's who's receiving this. Oh, I have Phantom Quartz. Hanging in. I hear you, sister. This new moon in Capricorn, because we have Chiron in the mix. Whenever Chiron's in the mix, it's woo. Hello. Wounded healer. Has anybody worked with Chiron? It's a special flower. I like it. It's my friend. But it's also, it can feel very intense, bringing up old patterns to clear, but really with the intention of healing. And that's why I'm saying, when I say I feel the energy shifting, like really shifting for this year, regardless of the fact that this is a new year, but just feeling the energetic shifts right now. It really is. It feels to me, and I've seen this across the board in so many ways, permanent change, right? Permanently leaving narratives and patterns behind that we no longer desire, but not even that we don't desire, but that are truly just kind of, we're being washed clean of. That spirit is coming and saying, yeah, no more, right? Yep. So many downloads of old ways shaking loose. Yep. And that it's truly, this is a never going back to that kind of energy. Not like, okay, well, I'm going to keep going in and out of this. It's like, if you see that fractal of that coming up, it's like, nope, not available for that. Moving on. I've chosen, I'm moving. You know what I mean? Ooh, Sunstone. Thank you, Judy. Okay. It is a 9-year. This is a 9-year. Closing old cycles, baby. Starting completely new ones. For any of you who follow numerology. I know. Okay, Judy. Okay. So Prism is a 5-card spread. What do you need to know right now? Comfort. And now I'm going to pull these cards and then I'm going to put them together for you. Okay. So just hang in there with me. So what do you need to know right now? Comfort. Why do you need to know this? Death. This is an ego death, a release of old parts of you that have interfered with your comfort. Also inviting you to comfort yourself, because there's old versions of yourself, old narratives, old attachments in particular, whether that's within yourself or in your world or in any situations within your life that you may feel a little shaky about or have some grief around. And so it's seeking comfort right now. Next steps, magic. Believe in the magic. Believe that this is, like, choose to know that this is magic, that magic is happening as you allow yourself to shed whatever needs to be shed right now. And not judge yourself around it, right? Like, bring comfort and love and choosing to connect and receive from spirit and from the universe when you are going through this period of time, knowing that this is for a reason, that this isn't just you being a victim of whatever your circumstances are. This isn't just you feeling like, oh my God, when is this going to end? When am I going to get out of this? Like, trust and know and believe and get excited at the same time that you might feel uncomfortable about the changes and shifts that are coming. Your higher self's perspective is trust, right? It's pretty self-explanatory, right? Trust yourself, trust the process, trust the journey, trust the shedding, trust the magic, and that it's always happening. And the outcome of this is going to be confidence. You're not only going to have confidence in yourself, you're going to have confidence in the universe. It's going to deepen your faith. It's going to deepen your confidence in the fact that magic is, that it's always happening, that you are magic, that it's always being catalyzed within your field, and that everything that happens to you, regardless of how your ego or your physical body perceive these things, how your energy perceives these things or creates labels or conscious understanding or narratives around them, right? It's all happening for you, and it's bringing you into a place of real strength where you can create anything the hell you want, right? You can create with your trust in yourself, the process, and your higher self. You can create anything you want at any time. It's deepening your belief in that. Okay. So I love that reading for you. That's very, very positive, very powerful. And let me know how you're feeling. I know. I love the magic card too. So good. So good. All right. I'm going to do another Prism one here. All right. We're going to do Tanya Debovic. Okay. You still here, my friend? Ooh, your word for 25 is create. Great. Good. I'm so glad. You've been wanting to learn the records. Yay. The records are my favorite thing on the planet. Shoot me an email at emergehealingandwellness@gmail.com if you want to. Great. Thanks, Tanya, for letting me know you've been here. If you want to talk about it, I can kind of get a sense of where you are, what you want to learn. That's what I do mostly now with my Akashic training. It's very customized because I used to run a certification program and I loved it. It was awesome. But now I just find like everybody works with this energy differently. And this energy is meant to work through and express through us differently. Not everybody is going to want to learn how to astral travel. Not everybody's going to, you know what I mean? Like there's a unique formula for each person for how they work with this. And that's why I like to be like, hey, let's just talk, right? Let's chat. Yeah, this is recorded. I'll drop my email here in case any of you didn't catch that and that's helpful to you. You can also go to my website anytime as well and just see what's coming up. But I also know that it can be a little bit overwhelming to say, where do I start? So, okay. This is for Tanya. Okay, cool. Yeah. Reach out, shoot me a message. That's beautiful, Tanya. The records have accelerated it's wild. That's why, I don't know how many of you know my story, but that's why I work in the records, is because I've been a therapist for 20 years. And about 8 years ago, I got sepsis. I almost died. I was 20 minutes from not being here anymore. And I didn't walk much for a few years. There was all sorts of stuff going on. And I was told by the medical community I needed to go on disability, and I was just going to keep getting worse. And I became a Reiki master teacher. And then when I found the Akash, it was like every single time I would go into that space, I would have no symptoms. And then when I would close it, I'd be super energized. And I went into it for physical healing, but it lowered my anxiety, increased my confidence, my cognitive clarity. Like it was wild what it's done for my life, which is why I transitioned from traditional therapy to shouting this from the rooftops, right? Or the internet, or both, because any modality that you use is going to be accelerated and seriously amplified in the space of the records. And the only way to really get it is to experience it and to do it and to create that relationship yourself with the space. You can read about it all you want. It's not like it's not going to help you, but you gotta feel it. You gotta be in relationship with it. Okay. So those of you who want to learn, just shoot me an email or jump onto my website, but I'm happy to talk to you about kind of where you are. Oh, good. You're learning Reiki. Good. Because that's actually a really great way. Like I teach Akashic Reiki as well. I think it's a beautiful way to start to feel into the energy and feel what it feels like to be in relationship with universal energy, and then kind of bring that to that higher dimensional consciousness within the Akash and really amplify the Reiki practice. I didn't really use Reiki as much until I was attuned in the Akashic records and learned the Akashic records. And then I remember calling my mentor at the time, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I've never felt so powerful in my life. I was like using Reiki in the Akashic records and bringing other modalities in. I was like, this is my jam right here. Okay. So Tanya, sorry for the delay. Had a little aside there. Okay. Open to receive, sister. I'm excited for this one for you. I feel like this is going to be good. Woo! Okay. 5-card spread from Prism for Tanya. Okay, so we are going with, what is it you need to know right now? Strength. Why do you need to know it? Because right now, things are not known, right? Like your outcome in whatever area you're thinking about this is not clear. And even if you think it's clear, it's not meant to be clear. And you are meant to, right now, be strengthening and developing this muscle of trust in the unknown, releasing attachment to outcome, right? Releasing attachment to outcome, recognizing, knowing, feeling, holding this concept of strength, this sensation of strength, despite not having evidence for a tangible outcome. That deeply deepens your faith. Next steps. Turn toward this gateway of fear that comes up when you deepen your strength in the unknown and be like, all right, I'm just going to fucking go. I'm just going to do it, right? I'm just going to do it. Allow that fear to come forward and recognize that being in presence with that is not going to change your decision to maintain your strength in the unknown, to hold that strength, that your fear can come up and you can still shake. Like Maria says, her place is shaking right now. You can still shake while you hold strength, while you don't grasp for those answers or those outcomes that you feel you need in order to move forward. Your higher self's perspective is sadness. Cry it out. Cry it out. Because there's attachments in parts of you that are going to shake, to shed what is not strength, which is ultimately who you are. And this natural wiring and networking that we have within our nervous systems of holding on to outcomes in order to feel happy, in order to feel safe, in order to feel like I know where I'm going, I know who I'm becoming, right? Like it's okay to let the nervous system shed sadness. Sadness is not sadness itself. It's like this, it's just an energy. It's like what was the phrase that came up the other day? It was like a soul, your soul can't be a rainbow if there's no tears in your eyes, or something like that. The soul can't shine as a rainbow if there's no tears in your eyes, something like that. Like it's like allowing yourself to be moved. To be moved. Final card. This one keeps coming up for me too, so you're not alone here. Oh, not alone, isolation. The outcome is isolation, right? Because this is the thing. You're meant to... Oh, thank you, Jenna. I knew you would remember it. The soul would have no rainbow if the eyes had no tears. Oh, thank God your memory is so sharp. When you are... This is what I've been drawn to a lot, and this is so on point with a new moon in Capricorn, with Chiron being around, with entering 2025 and this energy we have on our side. It's almost like, let's get rid of the noise. Let's cry out, first of all the shit that isn't even ours, right? This is also sadness from your ancestors. It's not just your own. Like I said, this is deeply ingrained in our wiring where we attach to these things, right? And so it's like to these outcomes and these things we have to hold on to, whether it's markers of success or definitions of what we think are going to bring us happiness. Like when you're really committing to strengthen the unknown, all of those narratives go away, right? It's like, it's kind of like this, may there be none of me and all of you to God, you know, it's just like, or to source, spirit, higher self, whatever you call it. and saying I'm here for whatever I need to be here for. That's only going to come through the edges of my own strength. And the edges of my own strength are going to become clearer when I allow this stuff to be shed, when I am present with fear as a portal, cry it out, and remember that you are strong despite it all, and that the clarity of that comes through when all the noise is out of the way. And honestly, when we are in full alignment with our soul and we can feel that centeredness and we are in presence and relationship with who we are at our essence, we don't give a shit about the unknown. We don't care as much. And sure, it's going to come up some time to time. We're human beings. We signed up for this. We're not erasing that. We're meeting ourselves in that, right? But we're also recognizing that, like, when we are connected to this infinite, expansive, multidimensional version of ourselves, we are not so grippy. Okay, so let me know how that feels for you. Woo! Oh, goodness gracious. I almost just shuffled Talisman in with Prism. That would have been a fun day. Okay, so yeah, any of you who want to learn about the Akashic Records, I dropped my email on my website, but I prefer to talk to you guys individually and see where you are. What's my email address? I'll drop it again. You're so welcome. And if you guys have questions that come up from this reading or areas that you desire more support, you can always book a session with me anytime, and we can chat individually. Okay. I love that, Jenny. I just written down I can do this on my own before you drew isolation. All right, I'm taking a break from Prism. So Shamika, we are going to, the Akasha is really just choosing. So the more that you are present here, your energy will tune into your energy, and I just kind of allow the Akasha to choose who's receiving your reading. I'm going back to Talisman here, guys. A lot of energy. Thank you guys for bringing the noise. Apophatic opposed to cataphatic faith, living with unknown and exploring versus needing a roadmap. Yep. Just like if I receive a reading from somebody, I don't go in anymore. I mean, I used to do that when I started working with the Akash. So spot on. My meditation for the Black Moon is about not letting anything diminish my power. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. That's exactly what it is. That excites me so much. Yay. Yeah, I used to ask very specific questions. And now when I get a reading from somebody or I go into the Akash myself, I'm just like, whatever I'm meant to receive. You know, like I am open to where I am meant to be guided. I'm not going to bring my rigid human agenda to everything. Okay. Deborah Clark, you're next. You're welcome. Okay. I love you, Deborah Clark. Ooh, I like this for you. Passion, baby. One of my favorite cards. How is this feeling to you? I'm getting some hits. I'm just wanting you to tune into it too. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Me too. I feel choked up. I feel a release from like the upper throat. Okay. Doesn't it? It feels loving. So it's coming from like the upper throat, like almost up in the lymph nodes, which is interesting. Makes sense with the sinus stuff you might have going on, right? I feel this drainage, like kind of with this piece right here is what they're really drawing. Oh my gosh, I can't do the backwards thing, guys. The little this part, okay? We're gonna do that. I kind of want to draw it here, like go like this. That's what it is. That's what they're drawing my attention to, okay? Because it does. It feels like this draining from your throat down into a point in your solar plexus, like right here below the chest, just above the belly button, right? Well, a little further above the belly button. Okay. I'm just breathing some of this down. I'm bringing Reiki into this, okay? They want your passion and your truth to be known over spoken. This is what they're saying. They don't want you to focus on speaking your truth, at least in the first few months of this year, they're saying for you. As much as they want you to allow like all of this wisdom almost become this congestion up in your third eye, right? Not in your crown. Your crown is pretty clear, but it's almost like it's kind of descended into the third eye, and it's just kind of been accumulating here. And they want you to realize that this is not for other people. You are so in service of other people. And it's almost like this stuff comes in and it's for you. And you're speaking and serving and taking care of all these other people. And that's great, but it's not releasing any of this congestion here, because this is really for you to allow it to drain deeply into your center for willpower, your center for confidence, your center for your own shine, your own brilliance. They want you to receive the codes of wisdom that are already within you, that have already come in, right? That have been kind of accumulating and coming into form within your field. They're coming into 3D form. They're in 3D form. And they're just putting this drain in right now to allow yourself to just release some of that pressure and just receive it, and allow this glow in the solar plexus to just energetically expand. Focus on this as an energetic exercise rather than an understanding, right? It's like, let your solar plexus drink your own elixir. That's what they're saying. Like, let your solar plexus drink your own elixir. This golden elixir that's kind of come in through the third eye and has developed here, but it's felt like congestion. And as it filters, that's what they're doing. They're putting a filter into the throat right now. They're putting a filter into this upper throat, almost like there's this circle right here, right? They're putting a filter in here that's allowing this to become this really rich, sweet, honey is a good thing for you to compare this to and to even eat right now. Like a local honey would be good. And allowing that to just kind of be absorbed, received, taken in by the solar plexus. You're allowing your own nourishment. Woo. Okay. Thank you guys, all of you powerful beings, for being here. Woo. It's a lot of big energy in that. I'm just swallowing just to complete this, because it's just allowing it to kind of ground and distribute a little bit too throughout the field. Okay. All right, moving on. All right, Sunny Moon, you are next, Sunny Moon. And I'm feeling Prism for you, Sunny Moon. Visuals are getting better, right? Beautiful blue light emanating through the throat. Thank you guys. You're all so powerful. You're so welcome. Okay. 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 So this is for Sunny Moon. I'm doing Prism for you. I'm feeling this call to invite you guys. I really like this community. If you guys want to come in on Zoom together and come in a community and chat like more, it's $25. There's a writing circle on the 3rd. If you want to come, it's just a few days away, a couple days away, a few days away. I don't even know what today is. Tuesday, a few days away. We open the Akashic. You can read all about it. It is so powerful. It's so intimate. All right, Sunny Moon. Oh, you're registered, Jenny? Yay. Oh, I can't wait to see you. I'm feeling this one. All of these today, you guys. Woo. Okay. All right, Sunny Moon. Here we go. Thank you, Deborah. I love yours too, and your giant hugs. Oh, yay, Nanette. I'm excited to see you there, babe. Okay. Whew. All right, Sunny Moon. What do you need to know right now? Stop, collaborate, and listen. I think I say that every time I roll a card. I'm going to rewrite the card deck with my natural responses to these cards. I mean, not the deck, the card book, the guidebook. Oh, Lisa V, yay, hi. All right, stop. No gasp. Okay, wait until I do the whole thing. Let's not have a nervous system reaction to the cards. Oh, okay. Why? Comfort. Okay, I know what's coming through here. Okay, this is what I'm feeling right now, but I'm going to see what the rest of the cards say too, because they feed each other, as you can see as we go through these. But like any inner narrative that is judging and criticizing yourself, cut it out. Like cut it the fuck out is what this is like enough. You've been on this path for long enough. You know enough. You're wise as hell. Like enough. You know what dimension to tap into. You know what dimension you're already tapped into. Stop seeing yourself as less than what you are and come into the comfort of knowing that you are a higher dimensional being. Stop assigning or aligning yourself so much with this understanding of being a human. You already know you're a human. You can already trust your human ways, the way that you interact with people, the structures you have in place, the way you operate. You can trust that about yourself. Okay, that's what's coming forward first. Yeah. Next steps, rest. Like, dude, there's so much trying energy when you come into the human so much, right? There's so much trying energy. And it's like, can you deepen your comfort and rest in knowing that there are higher dimensional beings, higher consciousness, spiritual energy that is always working for you, on your behalf, with you, through you, right? Your higher self is saying, this is a ghost from your past. This is an old story around, I have to come into a certain identity or box or role or understanding or action or situation in order to move forward, right? And this is another layer of you shedding that and releasing that. And your outcome is success, right? And also this is like, that what they're telling me is like, your outcome is already here. You are already successful. Stop telling yourself that you're not. Like, rest in the comfort. Which card am I looking at here? Rest in the comfort of knowing that you're already there, right? You already are an embodiment of this unity consciousness. It's already complete. And you keep coming back into these old stories that this is the false narrative, right? This is the false narrative. The success comes from resting in the comfort of what is already known within you, within your field. All of your decisions are to be made from a higher consciousness state because you are that. So it's really deepening this faith within yourself and within like the magic card I pulled earlier. Yeah, that feels really good. I want to do another prism. Maria Petrucci, are you still here? You are so welcome, beautiful. Thank you for being here. Happy New Year's Eve. Happy new moon in Capricorn. Yay, Maria, you are next. You're getting a prism spread, baby. They wanted extra shuffling for you. Okay. You're welcome. Okay. Okay. And then I'm going to move back to Talisman for the next one. You knew she would get one. Oh, I thank you for bringing the chicken energy. Okay. All right. Maria Petrucci, what is it you need to know right now? Thank you, Jenna. I was going to say the same thing. I didn't know that Nino had chickens, which makes me want to visit her even more. Okay. Oh, look at this. We got to stop again. We got to stop again. Collaborate and listen. Okay. This is what you need to know right now. Why? Happiness. I'm going to keep going here because this isn't coming. This is, they want more before they chat about this. This is weird. Next steps are rest again. Higher self is balance. I'm just going to pull them all for this one. Consciousness. Okay, I'm going to lay all these out in front of me. These feel like an overarching here. Okay. This is feeling like go, go, go energy to me. It's feeling like it's a little bit of a difference from what just came forward for Lisa, which is it's focusing less on efforting and more on just feeling happy and not on what it means for, like what it means for you to be happy. Like for instance, you can decide, you know what, I want to go, you know, get chickens. Let's bring this into it. I want to go get chickens. And most people will be like, are you crazy? Like that's going to be this much work or da, 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 right? And for you, it's like, it makes me happy. Like, who cares? Who cares what it is? Who cares how you get there? It's you stopping anything that doesn't feel like happiness. And I'm not just talking about, okay, well, yeah, this makes me happy, because there's a lot of things that can make us happy. This is like elation. This is a stretch of happiness. It's like, okay, well, this makes me happy. I want to choose the things only that expand my happiness exponentially, right? So it's like elation vibes. So it's like, okay, I'm going to stop saying yes to things that are not elation level of happiness. And the important piece here when they bring in rest is that they really want you to rest in the sensation of happiness, not in like the thing that you have chosen to bring you happiness, whether that's meditation, whether that's taking care of chickens, whether that's, you know, taking a nap, whatever it is, right? Because they want your discernment to be very, very balanced in this. This is that yin yang energy, right? They want your discernment to be very balanced. So it's not just this shoot of excitement around like, okay, oh yes, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Da, da, da. Great. Be with that. Receive the excitement. Let yourself rest and bask and immerse and soak in the excitement. Be like, I'm going to bathe in this excitement. I'm going to allow the energy of excitement to infuse my field. And as I do so, I'm going to have this integration with who I already am, with the resonance I already am, with this new vibration, this stretch of happiness that's coming, that's taking me a little bit further than I've already felt in terms of the happiness vibe. I'm going to allow that to come into balance so that my discernment is super conscious, so that the things that are coming in that I am choosing, that I am saying yes to, that I'm going to be more discerning about, are serving my higher purpose and not just my human, right? So it's when I talked about the go, go, go energy at the beginning, it's like taking more space with these things that light you up, right? Like giving yourself more space and coming into this like, some people say, oh, well, when I get into excitement, I know that that's a nervous system activation and that that's an activated state. Yes, it is. Right. And so I need to like, they stop themselves from feeling excitement because they feel like, oh, well, I want to bring myself to groundedness. No, like feel the excitement, be with the excitement. I want you to receive that. Source wants you to receive that, to immerse in that, to bathe in that, and come to a state of balance that integrates within your field as it already is. Knowing that as you move through this process, you're going to be so much more conscious about what you bring in so that you're no longer devoting yourself to things that don't stretch you into more joy, more of who you are, more of who you're meant to be. That felt really good. That felt really, really good. Thank you so much for receiving that, Maria Petrucci. All right. I am going to pull a talisman card. You're welcome. Whew, exactly. These suckers are really bringing the energy today. All right. I'm going to pull one for Momo Mata. I know you do. It's like show and tell, Jenna. It's like show and tell. Yay. And if you want to share your card with the chickens, you can. Okay. 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 Just take a drink of water to clear this energy. Okay. I will be very honest, Aurelius. I have no idea what a super chat is. I'll be very honest with you. If you would like, I am happy to share my PayPal link if you would like to give a donation. And thank you. I deeply appreciate that. And if you don't use PayPal, shoot me an email. Let me know if that doesn't work. Okay. So, I have Cash App. I'll have to figure out how to do this. All right. So, Momo Mata. Yeah, I don't know that Daisy would know, to be honest, but I can ask her. Jenna's probably researching it right now, and she'll let me know. Okay. Let go. Yes, exactly. See? She knows. I'm feeling some really yummy vibes from this one. What does this feel like to you? Well, I'm not going to tell you yet because I want you to receive. Old me is dead. I love that. Okay, this is what I'll tell you what I'm feeling from this one. What I'm feeling from this one is anointing. You're being anointed by spirit. You're being anointed. This is wild. This is bringing in a couple energies. I actually channeled the quantum frequency of water the other night. It's going to be in my Oracle deck that I'm creating. And it's actually bringing me some of the vibes that came in around like almost allowing yourself to be anointed, like these drops that are kind of coming from above, right? Coming from source, and allowing yourself to melt into the waters of Lemuria. So I don't know if you've worked with Lemuria before, but they're really bringing me you swimming in the waters of Lemuria, which is creating this cleansing, right? Which is creating this cleansing, which is relative to this concept of old me is dead, right? It's like rebirthing, refreshing, like opening, right? Energy. And the other thing is this energy of exploration. And so it's like allowing yourself to be anointed and to kind of melt into this space where you're just kind of swimming and flowing and very curiously, casually, calmly, slowly exploring, as if the world is your oyster, right? As if this is a completely new space, as this is like a completely new landscape for you. And it feels very rich and very fresh and very fertile. And again, very cleansing and very quiet, like very pious. Knowing that there's other beings around you that are also swimming in this space, but that for you, you're so present. You're so present with what it is you're exploring as you kind of uncover new things, and your sensation of your inner knowing and which direction you go is very, very calmly clear. Can you feel the energy that's coming through this one? It is so tender and so pious and so loving and so happy and so fulfilled and whole and complete and gentle. And very real, like feeling into the realness of you, the textures of what feels real within you. And you're going to know so clearly as to what is real within your world. Yeah, really beautiful. Yeah, this is very, very, it almost feels like a baptism in a way. Like an initiation, but a very soft one. It's an invitation for sure. Opening you more, like a wider breadth of exploration. There's like that world is your oyster thought, like anything's possible, right? Like just take it your own pace. This is another reading where you may not receive as much consciously. This is a very strong, energetic one. Feeling it in the womb space now. Allowing this energy to trickle down the legs. Okay. Very sacred. This is very sacred. Thank you so much for being here and for receiving that. Whew, wow. I don't think that one was for the chickens. Yeah, that's deep, deep energy. I know. Can you feel it, right? You can feel the frequency in these. All right, I think this is going to be my last one, guys. Yes, arms wrapped around you like you're being held, Deborah. That somebody said Mother Mary energy. Sherry said that. Yeah. No trying energy, Alicia Williams. Decide. I remain in gratitude. Claim it. I remain in gratitude. I am gratitude. I become gratitude. Gratitude receives me. I receive it. I am one with gratitude. I am the frequency of gratitude. I choose to bask in the frequency of gratitude. Just giving that a moment. Gratitude already is. You already are. Just placing that within you. Okay, this one is for, where'd she go? Sarah McGee. Sarah, I'm going to let you choose. Look at this. Do you want Talisman or do you want a Prism? What you want, what you want. I'm shuffling both. And if you're not here, Sarah McGee, I'll choose someone else. Let me see. Okay, Aurelius. What do you want? What do you want, Aurelius? Which one? Prism or Talisman? Or you can say black or rainbow. Has everybody hopped off? Still here. Good. Okay, so those two just aren't here. I'm so glad. Thank you for being here. All right, Nancy R. Are you still here? Nancy R. Thank you guys for letting me know that. If Nancy R is still here, do you want black or rainbow? Okay, Aurelius. We'll do Prism. We are here. I need a song for that one. And then Nancy R, I'll do black for you since I called out both of you. Because I'm friendly like that. And it's the new year. And my what's it called? My vibe for this week, we had two jump out. My vibe for this week is intentional collective service. So if you guys haven't done that, what's it called? I should drop it in the comments here. It's that live that I do, the Sacred Monthly Ritual. It's on my YouTube. That helps you find your vibe for I do a vibe for the month. I do like a whole monthly ritual where I set up the month and the week with my intentions and all of that. And it's super yummy and it makes me so happy and it nourishes me so deeply. So that's where I get these things. So the intentional collective service is this week's vibe. Okay. So this one is for Aurelius. Our last prism spread for the day. Yeah, the black one's going to be for thank you, Shamika. The black one's going to be for Nancy R. Okay. Okay, so Aurelius, what do you need to know right now? Hunger. I love this card. This is one of my favorites. Can't wait to talk about this one. Why? Balance. All right, I'm already feeling some vibes, but I want to pull the next one first. Yeah. Next steps, sadness. Okay, I'm just going to start with this. I don't feel like I want to pull the next two cards quite yet. They're bringing in this concept of hunger, but they're talking about soul hunger. Okay, and they really want you to come into presence and discernment around soul hunger versus like your own human hunger, your own human desire. We can get lost in a craving of I crave something. I crave a relationship. I crave love. I crave sex. I crave money. I crave food, like a rich kind of food, sugar, things like that, right? And they really want you to release attachment to those things that are not your soul's hunger, because really all of these other things are distractions. They're all distractions from that deep, deep nourishment that you need, because absolutely everything is created in a higher realm that we end up receiving here in the 3D world. And so the hunger you have is actually for a frequency. The hunger you have is actually for a vibration, a taste, a texture of a level of consciousness, of a spiritual energy, right? And so it's allowing yourself to come into balance around around the source point that you're looking for when you're craving something, when you're hungering for something, and not the actual thing. Okay. Your higher self is bringing you illumination, right? It's like, come into this hunger, this craving, bring this craving into soul form, bring it into face to face to your soul, come into communion and conversation eye to eye with your soul. Okay. In recognition of the source point of this hunger, the source point of this craving, because it doesn't actually exist in the 3D. Okay. And your outcome here is, it says anxiety. The anxiety card is a shedding of the nervous system. It's a releasing attachment to outcome card. That's what it is that you have successfully shed and shaken off this gripping to the outcome, where you're not going to be fixating on what you're craving, on what you're hungering for, and what you're deeply desiring and almost clamoring for at certain times. Okay, because what you're recognizing is that there is a deeper source point in this. There's a deeper source point in this that is actually going to get you closer to what it is you desire when you allow this this attachment, this narrative, this understanding of what it is you think you need or want to shed, so that you're coming into the awareness, the full awareness of the source point of what you're really, really craving, right? Which is no outcome here on this planet. And once that's fulfilled, the fulfillment in the 3D is going to arrive in greater alignment for you. Okay. So that feels really good. Thank you for being here. Okay. So we're going to do Nancy R is black. Now I just feel like dancing. Dance with the chickens, Nina. Okay. Delicious. Yay. Thank you, Nancy. Okay. For those of you who were not here before, I'm just going to invite you again to my writing circle. It's it's this Friday. We all get to just jump on Zoom together and dive even deeper than this, and just come into intimacy and even process some of these things that come up, because it's a small group. I keep it small, usually 8 to 10 people, and it's just very sacred space. So you can read about it and check it out. If you want a deeper immersion, though, come to my next retreat. It's in March. I have one in May, too. If you can't make the March one, just let me know. Okay. So Nancy R. Okay. This is for you. Oh, I love this card. Someday when I'm awfully low, growth of energy. What does this feel like to you? Growth of energy. To me, this feels like the earth cracking you open, allowing Mother Nature to open you. I don't know if you're a gardener. Or if you like to just spend time outside, witnessing the birds. This is about letting the land open you. So this is a very sacred card because it feels like this matrix of consciousness is going to open within your field as you spend time not necessarily in different locations. They're showing me it's almost like on a location where you are choosing to sit down, say on the earth, right? It's like little micro shifts. So it's like, okay, I might sit here, opening up the Akashic records of the ground underneath you, or just, inviting up the energy of the ground underneath you and allowing it to come up your channel and open you. And again, not necessarily knowing, understanding anything or seeing anything consciously, but feeling into that energy coming up within you and expanding you and opening you. And then shifting like a little bit further over, maybe under a tree, and then maybe next to where you heard a bird chirping. Like they can be little micro shifts. It's not like you have to travel the entire planet in order to receive this activation, but it's definitely an activation. It's almost like the ground is rumbling underneath you because it's like eager to express through you. And it's not just in one spot. So they want you to just kind of play with the opening and the receptivity of this energy from the earth. It's almost like it's got a little bit of a feel of Kundalini energy at the base of the spine, because it's kind of where they're kind of cracking you a little bit. It's like they're cracking your energy open at the base of your spine, and it's going to feel like a ripple effect up the body, with the intention to really widen, almost like creating a funnel where the tiny opening of the funnel is down near the base of your spine, and then they're kind of opening your energy wider and wider and wider as you get further up in your chakra system, right? Like up towards the top of your head. So it's almost like they're creating this wider funnel so that divine energy is always able to find a settling space within your space. It's really cool because it's like the earth and the Akash working together to kind of crack open the human to be more of a receptive vessel for higher dimensional energy. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love that for you. Okay. Last card for the day. We are going to do Sarah McGee, since you weren't here before. You said you didn't have a good connection. So I'll pull that for you. Yay, you're here. Thank you for your quick response. You're like, dude, don't miss me again. I'm here, I promise. Okay. Yeah, and you got that card on our retreat, I think. Or somewhere, I don't remember. Okay. Okay, Sarah. You got the courage card. What a way to end it, dudes, with the courage card. How does this feel for you? This feels like putting on the crown type of energy for you. Like it's time to claim it, lady. Let's go. Time to claim it. I feel like with the flowers here, I feel like it's already been acknowledged by people around you that they're giving me a lot of different words here. And so I want to put them together into a vibe. It's almost like, it almost feels like the people around you have already crowned you as a leader, but a soft leader, a gentle leader, as a crowned heart, as a growth portal. Woo! That gives me chills down my spine, all the way down my spine. You've already been acknowledged as a growth portal from a community perspective, right? Not just, okay, well, this person has. No, there is a community of souls that has acknowledged you as a growth portal, an access point for divine growth and expansion. What I like is, do you see how this crown, I mean, it feels like a crown to me. It feels dull to me. Light that shit up. Like breathe down into your solar plexus and allow your exhale to move upward into this and light up this freaking crown yourself. Choose to, right? Choose to decide to have the courage to come into the embodiment of what is already recognized, acknowledged, and given to you, revered in you, right? Light this bitch up. It's already there. Okay, breathe down into the solar plexus. Let your exhale come up. Do this repeatedly. Light it up. And then let yourself bask in the glow of your own divinity, your own portal of change that is you, that you have created, not just for others, but for yourself. Emerge. You're already seen. You're already seen. You're already not just seen, but acknowledged, revered, held, felt, celebrated. People are eager. People are inviting you. You are already inviting them. Now just be in that. Claim your being in that. Who am I glad we did that one? What a way to cap it. All right, dudes. Want individual support on any of this? Book a session. Want to come into community for just $25 and get nice and intimate and write and dive into our soul, open the Akashic records and feel into this energy? Join the writing circle. Want to come in person and do a nice immersion in this and really deepen your connection with the Akash in your soul? Devotion retreat. I also have a retreat in May. So you can always email me at emergehealingandwellness@gmail.com. I am so grateful for being here with you today. This is the most beautiful community. You are so supportive of each other. You're so open. You're so conscious. You're all so intuitive. You're so loving. And it's just my favorite place to serve on the internet. So thank you. I love you. Happy New Year's Eve. Happy new moon in Capricorn. Take a nice deep breath with me as we offer gratitude, appreciation, and love for all of the support, guidance, and frequencies we received today in the Akash, acknowledging that our presence here alone is of deep service, that any shifts made within us extend beyond us. And it's with this final Om that I will close the Akashic records. The records are now closed. What a beautiful time together. Thank you. Happy New Year. I'll see you very soon. Keep your eyes peeled for more lives. Bye.